Sympathetic overdrive. What the heck is this? Do you have it? And what do we got to do to get out of it? Hey, hi, hello. My name's Brianne. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist, a breathwork facilitator, and a somatic coach. And I was stuck in sympathetic overdrive for a decade, over a decade. The majority of my life, I was stuck in this place of a high nervous system activation. I had no idea. And most people who are stuck in this place have no idea because it is who they are. It is who I was, this perfectionist, this people pleaser, this person who was a high achiever, who could get all the things done, who was always busy, always on the go, doing a million things. Sound familiar? So many people have these personalities, have taken on these identities of being busy and doing their best and being successful, when in reality, it is our bodies being stuck in this place of sympathetic overdrive, meaning our nervous systems are stuck in fight or flight. We are stuck in this place of a chronic stress activation. Now, stress was meant to be used for a really short window of time, a really small window. That bear's coming to get you. You either fight it, you flight it, or you get the frick out of there. Fight it or fight it. I said the same thing twice. Whatever. You fight it or you get out of there. The activation of stress in our survival brain is to help us to stay alive. We have this mobilization energy to get us away. But what happens in our world when we have this chronic place of sympathetic overdrive is that our brain is seeing that that bear is coming to get us around every single corner. And our brain is perceiving all of these threats, keeping us in this place of high activation all the time. Now, that might not be a big deal for a little while, but eventually it catches up with us. Eventually we see health issues beginning, specifically hormonal problems, cortisol issues, thyroid issues, autoimmunity, gut issues. For me, it came out of my skin. All of these are a sign that our body was living in fight or flight, living in this overdrive place for too long, and it can't take it anymore. So how do we get there? How does the body get to a place where it is staying in this survival place? Why is it thinking that there is a bear coming to get you around every single corner? Well, the answer is simple. Trauma or chronic stress. Now, often those two things go hand in hand. And when I say trauma, a lot of people will think, well, nothing big or bad has ever happened to me. I had a really stable life. My parents were great. I was never abused. That trauma, by my definition, what I see with people is that all that is somewhere in our life, something wasn't safe. Our brain perceived that something wasn't safe, activated this stress response, and it never got the signal that it was okay, that you could get back to safety. Because if we go back to that survival mechanism, that bear coming to get you, that bear would come get you, you'd fight it, you'd run away from it. So let's give the example of running away. You run away from the bear. You get yourself to a cabin, the bear is no longer there. Ooh, okay, the bear's gone. Your brain goes, yep, we ran away from it. Now we're good. You've come back to safety. A lot of people never got that signal that they are now safe. Let me say that again. No matter what happened in your life, no matter if the trauma was like big T trauma, what we would textbook define as trauma, or if it was just someone somewhere, something that happened, some event that made your body perceive that something was not safe. And you never were able to get safety back into the equation. So now your body has been protecting itself years, decades, months, seasons, whatever, by staying in this place of high activation. Your brain thinks that that bear is coming to get it always. And in order to survive, I must stay alert. I must keep myself on guard just in case I need to fight something or I need to get away. That is sympathetic overdrive. Easy peasy in a nutshell. Super, super simple description. I want to also speak to one cause, and I mentioned stress. So often underneath stress, there is some sort of traumatization inside of the nervous system. Okay, and we're not going to go too much into that in this video. But what that also can be is someone who says, yeah, Brianne, okay, I've never actually had, any kind of trauma in my life. I don't believe you, but we'll go with that for right now. Even if, say, you work in this like high intense job. I mean, why did you choose that high intense job? That's a whole other story. You work in this high intense job and you always have all this stuff to do. That could be training your brain to think that staying in this place of activation is what keeps me safe. This job equals income, equals financial stability, equals I'm going to be okay in the world. And in order to keep that job, I got to keep myself way up here. Right? So maybe it's not like an actual, what we would consider a trauma, but your nervous system has still learned that this place of sympathetic needs to be there because maybe it gives you some sense of safety. So I also want to throw out that little bit of an example. And when we look at what's really underneath this sympathetic overdrive, I've said it about 500 times already. What do you feel like is the antidote? What do you feel like is the missing piece in order to get your nervous system to perceive that there's no longer a threat? I was about to say it. Safety. Safety is the key. When you finally can show your brain, show your body that you're safe, everything changes inside. You no longer need to stay in that place of activation because the bear is not here. You are okay. Now, when it comes to teaching yourself how to feel safe again, hey, hi, hello, I am proof that it is possible. I am proof that you don't have, even if you didn't have any experiences in your life that showed your brain that you're safe, you can change that now. You can change that now. You can create that felt experience of safety inside of your own body. So cool. We're not stuck. We have the ability to make changes. When it comes to creating safety, it's really important that we don't just tell ourselves that we're safe. Yep, I'm safe. Look, okay, there, look at these walls in this room. Yep, walls protected. There's snow out there. I'm protected from the snow. We're safe. I got warm boots when I go out. I'm safe. I have money in the bank. I have food to cook for dinner. I'm safe. That telling your brain that you're safe doesn't change the underlying belief, underlying nervous system state that is saying, no, you're not. 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 You are not safe. You are not safe. We can't do this work from the mind. This is where the bottom-up approach, the somatic work with our nervous system needs to come in order to shift the body out of that sympathetic place. First and foremost, we got to be able to teach the body how to shift out. For some of us, myself included, that might not be something that your system knows how to do. That's dramatic. Might be the muscle there might be weak. The muscle to shift back into parasympathetic might need to be strengthened. Let's say it that way. And so we need to shift that nervous system and teach the body that you are safe now. Maybe finding the ruptures or the wounds that have been perpetuating this belief that you're not. Going into the somatics, learning how to actually feel safe again. And in my experience, breathwork is one of the most effective ways to do this. When I first started this work, I didn't know how to feel safe, not at all. But the more that I was able to work inside my body, breathwork was able to teach me how to shift out of that sympathetic place into that parasympathetic place and train that pathway, practice that inside of my body. In the process, learning different somatic tools and practices to show my nervous system, hey, we're good now. Right here in this moment, we are good. Now, I want you to know that that practice isn't going to happen today, tomorrow, next week. Some people, it happens right away. But depending on our experiences in life, it might take time for the body to begin to relearn that you are safe. Go slowly, take your time. If you are ready to see how a safe, supportive container utilizing breathwork and somatics, how that can help you to shift out of sympathetic overdrive and get back to yourself, I do have a beginner intro journey, a 6-week journey that you can come and work with me in the one-to-one space. And or maybe just beginning to teach your nervous system how to shift. Maybe that's enough for today. So there is also a 7-day challenge that you can get in the section below, the description below, that will have a link to being able to practice shifting your nervous system with your breath, showing your brain how to come out of sympathetic, how to come into parasympathetic 1% at a time, one day at a time, one breath at a time, one moment at a time. So that is the info on sympathetic overdrive. I hope that you found this helpful. And I really want to reiterate that if you feel like you are stuck in this place, if you feel like sympathetic overdrive, fight or flight, being busy, on the go, you've been there for a while. You feel like that could be why you're experiencing health issues. There is hope. There is so much hope. You watching this video, you taking the next steps in your life to shift that state, to repattern, reprogram something new, will lead to incredible changes. Might not happen today or tomorrow, but bit by bit, with intentionality, with presence, with safety and support, you can get to a place where you feel safer, more whole, and where you can live from that true self place. Thank you for tuning in, for joining me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you maybe next time. Bye for now.